Calling the February 12th, 2026 Covina-Valley Unified School District Board of Education meeting to order at 6 p.m. Roll call
Rachel Robles,
here.
Maria Caceres,
Here.
Simon Wright,
Here.
Maria Cruz, right, and Sumalucci.
Here. Thank you. We have a quorum. Item 3, adoption of the agenda. Do we have a motion to adopt?
So move.
Moved by Simon Wright. Is there a second?
I'll second. Go ahead.
I can go ahead.
I'll second. We stick it
Second
together.
by
Second.
Sumalucci. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Rachel Robles,
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Sumalucci,
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 4, public comment regarding closed session. At this time, any person wishing to speak on any closed session agenda items will be granted 3 minutes. Mr. Wright, do we have any public comments?
No.
Thank you. At this time, we'll adjourn to closed session to discuss all items listed at 6:01 p.m. Good evening. We will reconvene into open session at 7:13 p.m. Item 7, the Pledge of Allegiance. Dr. Paredes.
Thank you, President Robles. I would like to invite the following students and their principal up to the podium. Rita Bitar, an 11th grader at Northview High School, and Dr. Magion. Anders Engelbretson, a 5th grader at Manzanita Elementary, and Principal Amanda Noriega. You could come on up. Anders will begin by leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please remove hats and hoodies and raise your right hand and place it over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board President Robles, Board of Education members, Dr. Blackmore, cabinet members, and guests, I would like to reintroduce you to Anders Engelbretson. Anders is a curious, high-achieving student with a vibrant and outgoing personality. What truly sets him apart from his peers is his strong drive to grow. He is always looking for his next challenge and ways to push himself further. His peers describe him as both smart and funny. His intellectual curiosity combined with his sense of humor make him approachable and someone classmates naturally turn to for support and collaboration.
My name is Anders. I am in the 5th grade and go to Manzanita Elementary. This month, we are celebrating Black History Month. In our dual language school, we learn a second language and celebrate diverse cultures. I will be reading the poem titled A Tribute to Rosa Parks. Sit down, dearest lady, and rest your weary feet. Keep your dignity intact. Don't stagger or retreat. You're tired of persecution, of being frowned upon, tired of an unfair system that kept your people down. You've defied the laws of justice, changed the course of history. Your act of self-defiance has set your people free. No more lurking in the shadows, no more sitting in the back, no more unfair wages because your skin is black. No more confrontations, no more yielding to Jim Crow. You sat down for equality and defiantly said no. Because of her life struggles, a courageous movement was born, and the strength of a nation has been completely transformed. And so we honor her legacy, but what more can be seen? Had she not been defiant, equality would still be a dream. Thank you for listening to A Tribute to Rosa Parks. We will also be hosting a Black History oratory showcase on February 27th, and you are invited to attend. Thank you.
Good evening, Board of Education, Board President Robles, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Blackmore, cabinet members, and distinguished guests. It's my honor to introduce to you Rita Bitar, a proud junior at Northview High School. Rita exemplifies what it means to pursue excellence. She has challenged herself academically by excelling in AP classes, demonstrating both resilience and intellectual curiosity. Beyond the classroom, she serves as our ASB Head of Special Events, helping create meaningful experiences that strengthen our school culture. And she competes as a dedicated member of our track and field team. Rita represents the very best that Northview has to offer. Please join me in welcoming her.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education. My name is Rita Bitar, and I am a proud junior at Northview High School. Northview High School has a profound impact on who I am becoming as a student and as a person. From the moment I stepped onto campus, I felt the culture of high expectations, encouragement, and genuine care. I felt at Northview, the gold standard is not just a theme, it is something we live every day. It means challenging ourselves academically, supporting one another, and striving to be the best we can. I believe this culture to be driven by our teachers. They hold us to high expectations while making sure we have the support to reach them. During my sophomore year, I earned A's in 4 APs, and this year I am challenging myself with 5 AP classes. While I have worked hard, I would not be in these classes or succeeding in them without the preparation, guidance, and confidence my teachers have instilled in me. Each AP teacher has intentionally prepared me for rigorous coursework and upcoming AP exams. They make sure we understand the material deeply, not just for a test, but for college and beyond. More importantly, they create classrooms where students feel valued and safe to ask questions, take risks, and grow. Their dedication goes beyond academics. They provide encouragement during stressful times and remind us that we are capable of more than we know. My AP English Language and AP Research teacher, Ms. Grisey, as well as my former AP Seminar teacher, Ms. Pusey, have both gone above and beyond to create a safe space and allow their students to be vulnerable. The support at Northview extends beyond the classroom. As a member of the track and field team, my coaches have also shaped my experience. My hurdles coach, Coach Adam, has pushed me to improve, celebrated my progress, and uplifted me on difficult days. Through his mentorship, I have not only grown as an athlete, but as a more disciplined and resilient person. Every day at Northview reflects our gold standard culture. Whether it is a teacher offering extra help, a coach giving encouragement, or a staff member greeting students with a smile, the message is clear. We matter and we are capable of excellence. Because of Northview's teachers and cultures, I have been able to challenge myself with advanced coursework, grow academically and personally. I am proud to represent a school that prepares its students for success. Thank you.
You did great. You did really good.
Parents want to come up and take pictures, feel free to come up.
Come on.
You guys come to hey. You don't want to
Okay, item 8, report of action taken in closed session. In closed session, the board voted unanimously to approve the compromise and release agreement for student case number 20250700029. Recognition, item 9. Item A, employees of the month, Dr. Dahl and Dr. Jacobson.
Good evening, Board President Robles, Board Superintendent, Dr. Blackmore, Cabinet, guests, and community. We are very excited to share our Employees of the Month for the January 2026 year. And so we're going to start with Mr. Jacobson.
Hey, no. Our first employee of the month, unfortunately, is unable to be here, but Alfredo Freddy Hernandez is a valued member of our MOFT grounds team. He goes above and beyond and did so specifically to support Covina High School and the girls softball program recently. Despite ongoing campus construction to beautify their facilities, Freddie took the initiative to ensure that student athletes had a safe and reliable space to practice throughout the construction. Through his dedication, problem-solving skills, and tireless effort, he made the impossible possible with an impressive and timely turnaround. Freddie's commitment allowed the girls softball team to continue training and competing without interruption. And it is this and many other reasons that make him certainly worthy of this Employee of the Month recognition. Congratulations, Freddie. Next, I would like to welcome Ms. Denisha Smith up to the front. Denisha is an exceptional custodian at Manzanita Elementary and a truly invaluable member of the school community. She consistently goes above and beyond her responsibilities, taking great pride in her work and supporting campus events and daily operations with dedication and flexibility. She's dependable, hardworking, always positive. Denisha ensures our facilities are welcoming and well-maintained at all times. Beyond her work ethic, Denisha makes students and staff feel cared for and supported. She greets students by name, provides a reassuring presence, and treats every child like family. As a leader, she mentors her custodial team and collaborates seamlessly with faculty to strengthen our campus operations at Manzanita. Denisha is truly the glue of that school, and we're fortunate to have her as part of the Manzanita and Covina-Valley family. Congratulations, Denisha.
I do want to say when we came onto campus, it was so cute because we're there and there's kids walking around. And as soon as the kids heard what we were there for, all those kids ran to her. And I don't want to embarrass you, but there were some tears in your eyes. All right, our next employee of the month is Carrie Mauk. Carrie is an outstanding speech and language pathologist at Covina-Valley Children's Center. Her dedication, expertise, and compassion have made a lasting impact on students, families, and her colleagues. With over 25 years of experience to our district, she is a trusted leader and mentor who consistently goes above and beyond to support the SLP development of our learners. As a key member of our preschool assessment team, she leads and coordinates comprehensive evaluations, she ensures timelines are met, and she works tirelessly, including during the summer when she should be on break, to support her timely IEPs and early intervention services. She is known for being a professional, someone who is very key and attentive to detail, and she has a very warm demeanor. She is an invaluable asset to CVCC and our district, and she's truly deserving of this recognition. All right, our next Employee of the Month is Lexi Vega. Lexi is an exceptional ASL teacher at Covina High School whose dedication, empathy, and passion make a meaningful impact on students and the entire school community. She creates a classroom environment where every student feels valued, supported, and empowered. Her ability to connect with students through humor and genuine care has made her a beloved presence on campus. Beyond the classroom, Lexi does more. She supports multiple student clubs and consistently participates in school events. She fosters school spirit and a sense of belonging. She is also a powerful advocate for equity and inclusion, ensuring that all students, especially those that are marginalized, feel seen, heard, and supported. She's an outstanding educator, and we're very lucky to have you in Covina and at Covina High School. Congratulations. And it was also fun when we went into her classroom because she was like, what's going on? What's going on? Because all the kids came running back in because they wanted to be a part of the celebration.
And finally, I would like to welcome Marissa Baker, the assistant principal at Northview High School. Marissa is a dedicated and inspiring leader who exemplifies the gold standard that was mentioned earlier in service to students. She leads with heart, purpose, and a strong commitment to equity, consistently working to remove barriers and expand access to A to G, college-ready pathways for all students. Ms. Baker created and leads Northview's multidisciplinary COST team, fostering collaboration among teachers, counselors, administrators, and families to support the whole child through aligned academic, wellness, and restorative practices. Her ability to build meaningful relationships has strengthened trust and improved how the school responds to student needs. Marissa's forward-thinking leadership and lasting impact make her highly deserving of Employee of the Month recognition. Congratulations, Marissa. Picture time. We invite the board to come on down.
I'll hide. Yeah. I'll do the bunny ears. It should be. It's fun. You want this? How was that? Let me see the tag along. What a beautiful family. That's what they're talking to them. That's nice.
Item B, Kiwanis Adopt a Family, Mitchell Chatfield. Dr. Blackmore.
Thank you, President Robles. I'd like to ask Mr. Fernando Sanchez, our Director of Student Services, to come to the podium to recognize Mitchell Chatfield for the Kiwanis International Adopt a Family. Mr. Sanchez.
Good evening, Board President Robles, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Blackmore, Cabinet, and community members. It is a privilege to stand before you and recognize a community partner who truly embodies the spirit of local service. In our line of work, we often talk about the whole child, knowing that a student cannot thrive in the classroom if their basic needs or holiday spirits are dampened by hardship at home. Today, we are honoring Mitchell Chatfield, who ensures that for many of our families, the holiday season is defined by joy rather than lack. Through the Adopt a Family program, Mitchell bridges a gap between those who want to give and the families who need it most. His reach is very impressive. He coordinates with Covina-Valley to make sure that every school is part of the program. This isn't just a one-size-fits-all donation. Mitchell works with his network of family and friends to provide gifts that are thoughtfully and generously chosen for every single member of the family. Beyond the toys and gift, Mitchell ensures parents receive food and gift cards, providing them with the resources and dignity to care for their household during the winter break. Mitchell, your dedication ensures that the magic of the holidays isn't just a phrase, but a reality for our students. On behalf of the Covina-Valley Unified School District and the hundreds of families whose lives you've touched, we want to say thank you.
You guys might have to turn sideways and come out there. Get everyone in.
Item 10, presentations. Item A, Local Control Accountability Plan Mid-Year Report. Dr. Paredes. Dr. Kearns.
Well, I'll introduce Dr. Kearns. She's our Director of Equity and Assessments and other projects, other things. But we want to invite her today to give a report on our local control and accountability plan for our mid-year update.
Thank you. Good evening, Board of Education President Robles, Board of Education Dr. Blackmore, Cabinet, and community. The purpose of tonight's presentation is to share a mid-year update on Covina-Valley's 2025-26 LCAP implementation, which will meet Senate Bill 114's requirements to report mid-year progress on LCAP goals by February 22nd each year. The CDE requires every district to develop a 3-year LCAP. This plan outlines a district's goals, expected outcomes, specific actions, and how funds are allocated to support the process. We are currently in year 2 of our 3-year LCAP implementation. Every year, we engage with our educational partners for LCAP annual review and update. Goal 1 focuses on preparing students for college and career success. All 16 contributing and non-contributing actions and services under Goal 1 have been fully implemented and will remain in progress through the end of the school year this year. Highlights of Goal 1 include programs like AVID, Pre-AP, IB, along with free college readiness exams, counseling support, and over 20 CTE technical education pathways. These help prepare our students for higher education and future careers. We also provide college campus field trips at every level, elementary, middle, and high school. All 3rd grade students, all 7th grade students, and all 10th graders visit either a junior college, a CSU campus, UC campuses, or private universities. Finally, our continued emphasis on financial literacy and essential soft skills ensures that students are equipped with tools they need for both personal and professional success. Goal 2 focuses on implementing innovative research-based programs and practices that will enhance student achievement. All 21 contributing and non-contributing actions and services under Goal 2 have been implemented and will remain in progress throughout the school year. Key initiatives under Goal 2 include support for English learners, one-on-one device access, early elementary interventions, extended library hours, and increased instructional time. Professional development remains a major priority in Covina-Valley. This year, teachers have participated in multiple training sessions and coaching opportunities focused on our new math curriculum and strengthening mathematical discourse. As our dual language programs continue to expand by grade level, a team of teachers and administrators will attend CABE conference this March to further support program implementation and development. Additional efforts, such as multi-tiered systems of support, continue to remain and reinforce student achievement while also supporting students' social emotional needs. Goal 3 focuses on fostering school-wide engagement across the district. Key actions under Goal 2 include creating high-quality learning environments, expanding STEM opportunities, and strengthening arts education to better engage our students. All 15 contributing and non-contributing actions and services under Goal 3 have been fully implemented and will continue throughout the school year. Academic and behavioral support, such as Saturday School, extended day interventions, and positive behavior supports continue to strengthen student outcomes. Based on feedback from last year's LCAP parent and community survey, the Educational Services team has responded by offering more than 29 parent workshops across the district this year. Workshop topics include mental health and wellness, parenting skills, academic and homework support, English learner reclassification, college and career planning, FAFSA, and sessions specifically to our district programs. In addition, we have strengthened community partnerships to provide students with essential job skills and hands-on learning experiences, including potential internships. Goal 4 is our equity multiplier focus goal, which is centered on elevating student engagement and academic outcomes specifically for Fair Valley and CVLOA. All 3 key actions under this goal have been implemented and are ongoing. These LCAP actions focus on strengthening administrative support, providing a standards-aligned online curriculum, and investing in high-quality learning environments to support overall student success that has resulted in an 11.4 increase in grad rate at Fair Valley. Fair Valley also restarted its sports league, providing students with additional opportunities for connection, teamwork, and school engagement. In addition, the LMC was updated to create more welcoming and flexible space for classroom instruction, student use, and student workshops. In a moment, I'm going to show you our California dashboard, but first, for the 2025 dashboard, schools and districts receive 1 of 5 performance levels for each state measure, and the colors range from red, which is the lowest, to blue, which is the highest. Each performance color is determined by using a 5x5 table like you see here that comprises current status, which is in the left-hand column, with change from the prior year along the top. The point where the two meet is determined, it determines our overall dashboard color for that indicator. This example here on the slide is a real dashboard example for Covina-Valley. 56.3% of CVUSD's English learners are making progress. So that's considered high in the left-hand column. And our percentage of students making progress increased by 8.2% from the prior year. So that's an increase on the top column. And so where those two intersect, high and increased, is an overall performance level of green on the dashboard. Here's Covina-Valley's 2025 California dashboard, which provides an overview of the district's performance across key LCAP metrics. In November, the Educational Services team shared detailed data used to determine these performance levels at the state. Overall, the dashboard reflects positive movement across multiple indicators. Science appeared on the dashboard for the first time this year for information purposes only. Additionally, the state verified that Covina-Valley met the standard on all 5 of its local indicators, which were presented to the Board of Education in June of 2025. Comparing CVUSD to the state dashboards, Covina-Valley outperformed the state in suspension rate by 0.4%, English learner progress by 9.9%, graduation rate by 9.3%, college and career preparedness by 9.3%, and by multiple points on both ELA and science. While Covina-Valley's chronic absenteeism rate declined by 0.2% and is below the state average by 1.5%, we were just 0.2% away from moving to the yellow color on the dashboard. This year, Covina-Valley has focused on increasing math proficiency, and both Covina-Valley and the state face the same challenges and have the same color indicator on the dashboard. As we focus on increasing math proficiency with the implementation of new curriculum, professional development, and in-class coaching, each of these metrics, as I've shared today and what was shared back in November, will be in our LCAP annual update. I'd like to express my thanks and appreciation to Ms. Tat and her team in the Business Services Department, who's provided this mid-year LCAP expenditure update by goal. You can see that the data reflects the LCAP adopted budgeted amount in the left-hand column, and then moving to the left, our salaries and benefits paid through December of 2025, our expenditures through December of 2025, and in accordance with LCAP implementation, the remaining salaries and benefits for the year, and the projected expenditures, which will bring our ending balance to 0 for each goal. As you can see, to support LCAP goals, we commit a large portion, just over $19.89 million of our supplemental and concentration grant funds to salaries and benefits. As I just stated in the previous slide, about 31% of our supplemental and concentration grant funds are used for expenditures such as academic software, one-to-one devices for students, teachers' devices, professional development services, and materials that support our programs across the district. That leaves roughly 69% of our supplemental and concentration grant funds that go to salaries and benefits within our special programs. All of our supplemental and concentration grant funds for 25-26 will have been allocated and are expected to be expended. Any new proposals or any additional actions or services for the 26-27 LCAP would require reviewing existing actions and services, which may lead to modifications or changes. In Covina-Valley, we have an ongoing cycle for this LCAP process of analysis, input, and development. As you can see here, we have begun with last year's plan, analyzing the data and presenting findings. We are now collaborating with educational partners to gather input for our annual update. From there, we will revise and draft our LCAP update, which will be made publicly available before it comes to the board for approval. Once approved, it then moves to the final approval at the county level. As you can see, we're also making progress in our 26-27 LCAP engagement process, and we've been meeting and consulting with our educational partners in preparation of our annual update. Through the next few months, the team will continue to meet with parent and community advisory groups, student advisory councils, and consult with our associations. And the Ed Services team will also be hosting community meetings at each of the 3 high schools this spring before each of the showcases. Additionally, our LCAP surveys will be launched by the end of this month, and we'll use the data to inform our annual update to the LCAP. Thank you for the opportunity to share this information with you this evening. Does the board have any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much. Item B, core practices, Dr. Blackmore.
Thank you, President Robles, Board of Education members, cabinet members, and guests. It's my privilege to be here tonight and talk about something that's the heart of what we do at Covina-Valley, which is our core practices, which includes all of our instructional practices, our universal screening practices, and our instructional response to intervention. Again, in this presentation is part 1 in a series of presentations that I'm going to give to the Board of Education with the support of our staff, that takes a deeper dive into what our core mission here at Covina-Valley Unified School District, which is to provide powerful teaching, learning, and excellent outcomes for all of our students. So what you'll see starting tonight and over the next several months, will be some of the things that are happening in our district, that will reflect some of the hard work and dedication that happens in our schools, in our district office, and our staffs when it comes to looking at our instructional programs and practices. It's also a look in what are things to come in our district. Because as a school district, as an educational institution, it's important for us to continue to improve and evolve to ensure that we are providing the highest quality education for every student in the district. The hard work for us is going to be as we recognize and celebrate the bright spots and the outstanding things that happen in our district, that we're able to align those systems, create coherence, and create synergy around all that we do in Covina-Valley. So this presentation tonight provides an overview for the Board of Education and for our community. Subsequent presentations will go into more depth, detail, give more specifics, more examples, more timelines, more roadmaps, provide more data for us for where we are in our current state and where we hope to be in time. So again, I'm look forward to this presentation. I look forward to the hard work to come, and I look forward to the future of Covina-Valley Unified School District. So it's important to start with our mission and vision. Again, these are our North Stars that guide us in everything that we do in Covina-Valley Unified. Again, our vision statement encompasses in one sentence who we are and who we strive to be. And that's providing an innovative education that inspires every student's unlimited potential. Because it's important that we believe as educators that every student has that unlimited potential, and that we as educators put the tools, resources, systems in place to provide that for them and help them achieve, again, to their unlimited potential. Our Board of Education has put forth goals. And if you look at the first three, they're aligned with our local control accountability plan goals. Again, that it's all about students and student achievement and outcomes for our students. So again, our Board of Education goals reflect the commitment that we have as a school community, which they have as a governance team, and gives us as staff the direction to move our district forward and put best practices and best actions into place. First, I want to talk about our instructional systems. First and foremost, we want to ensure we have standards aligned, district adopted instructional materials, which are guaranteed and viable across the curriculum at all schools. So importantly, what this is saying is that our instructional materials are current. As our board has seen the last several years, we've been going through curriculum adoptions, most recently in mathematics, prior to that, for ELD, for other areas. And it's our goal and it's our mandate as a school district to ensure that those materials are up to date, they're current, and they engage our students. The second part of that is we talk about high quality tier 1 instruction with built-in differentiation at our schools. And when we talk about tier 1 instruction, this is the direct instruction in the activities that happen in our classrooms. And again, those classrooms need to differentiate and need to have instructional activities built into them that support all of our students, especially students with high need, which includes our English learners, our students with disabilities, or any other groups that we identify needing something different in the classroom or needing differentiation in the classroom. And then as we're putting all this into practice with our instruction, we need to ensure that our professional learning is aligned to our instructional priorities. Again, the first line of defense, or the first line of offense even, is that high quality tier 1 direct instruction in the classroom, right? Again, if we can ensure that that is happening in the classroom, the future is unlimited for our students. Second part I'd like to talk about is our universal screening practices. So again, when we talk about universal screening, we want to make sure we're screening students in literacy, mathematics, any other key indicators, and this includes all student groups at an early age, including early literacy. There's a new reading screener that's being rolled out, and the assessments are taking place this year. That reading screener comes with embedded interventions that gives teachers greater direction on how they can intervene and help our students with reading difficulties, again, achieve and prepare them for reading at a young age. It's important that as we're screening students, we do a consistent administration of those screenings, and we have constant data review cycles. So it's more than just screening our students and finding out where they are or how they're learning. It's what we do with that data and how we reassess and relook at our students, and we turn that data into information and action, again, so we can do what's best for our students. Any type of screening that we do should be valid, reliable, and research-based, right? It should something that it's going to give us clear information. It's going to be aligned to learning outcomes. It can be aligned to standards, and should provide us with a depth of information that we can use to make sure we're moving our practices towards what's best for our kids. And the data should be disaggregated to monitor equity and access. So we should be able to look at any data for any of our student groups. And one of our goals as a district is to ensure that all of our staff have the ability to see the data at any given moment for any given time for all of our students. That's either as a whole, by grade level, by program, by need, by significant student group, or by classroom if it comes down to our teacher. Again, and the goal of that is to ensure our teachers know where their kids are at any given moment in time. So if we do this well and correctly, and again, this is happening now in our district, our goal is to ensure that it happens with fidelity and coherence across our systems. So all students have the same benefit of the universal screening and intervention that we talk about in the next slide that comes with that. So our goal is early identification of student strengths and needs, and then ensure timely and equitable supports for all of our students. Next, we're talking about instructional response to intervention, which is part of our multi-tiered systems of support in Covina-Valley. And again, multi-tiered system of support in our framework. We first talk about the tier 1, which is high quality instruction for all students. That should be something that we guarantee happens in each and every one of our classrooms on each and every given day. That our teachers, their instruction is responsive to the needs of the students in their classroom. We know that based on our data collection, that some of our students may need more, and that would be our tier 2 targeted small group interventions. Those small group interventions could happen inside the classroom. They could happen on a pull-out system. They could be what we call short cycle intervention, which might be dealing with one standard concept or something that's the student need, and it could be long cycle where students need more intensive intervention, whether it's to bring them back up to grade level, help them support, prepare for certain events that happen for the year. Like right now, we're seeing that happen with the LPAC testing. And then we also have tier 3 intensive individualized supports. And again, that would be things that would happen outside of the regular classroom, could involve things like pull-out programs that are long-term. It could involve different classrooms, different settings, depending upon what that is. One of our goals as a district, and what we want to get to, is that we clearly define this across our systems. So no matter what school you're in, no matter what classroom you're in, we are clearly defining when we say high quality tier 1 instruction, what that looks like. It should look the same at every one of our elementary schools. It should look the same at every one of our middle and high schools. And that we're able to help support our teachers so they can deliver that high quality instruction again across our systems, right? So with that, we're hoping to accelerate student growth and reduce achievement gaps for all of our kids. So one of the most important concepts that we'll be working on is system coherence and accountability. Again, so we want to have instruction, screening, and intervention. We want this to function as a unified system. Again, it should be fluid and dynamic. It should be able to adapt to students at any given moment or time. And again, it should have any one of our staff, whether it's teachers, administrators, support staff, the ability and the opportunity to look at students and make immediate and timely intervention for students when they need it. We could clarify our roles for our teachers, our intervention staff and administrators, and our school site teams when it comes to our systems, ongoing monitoring fidelity of student outcomes, continuous improvement through data and professional learning, and ongoing analysis for return on investment for key systems, programs, and staff. As a school district, we spend a lot on our supplemental systems and programs. One of the things that we want to be able to do with this work is to ensure that we are gathering the information and the data that we need, that can we say, are we best spending our money in the right areas on the right programs that are making the biggest difference for our students? So again, that's, as we look at data and things like this is one of the biggest challenges in those areas. That's not something that we typically do when we're looking at with programs. How do we get that return on investment? So again, a goal for us and a challenge for us at the same time. And then we have ongoing progress monitoring and data reporting to the Board of Education. We know this is a strong desire of a Board of Education, is to provide an ongoing access to data, not just once a year access or that is, but how are we progressing as the year goes on and making sure we're meeting the needs of our students. They're making academic growth, whether it's accelerated growth or year-to-year growth, depending upon what they need. So we'll develop timeframes on how we report our assessment data to the Board of Education to give you a detailed look into our student outcomes. So preview of what's to come. So, and again, as we move forward, we'll go into greater depth and detail on the topics that we're discussing here. So we're looking at evidence-based instruction and what we do now, responsiveness to student progress and data, transparency, and how do we empower parents so they understand as we're giving assessments and as we're gathering data on our parents, how are we making sure that our parents also understand how their students are performing in class? How do they interpret the data the way that we interpret the data? And how do we help them help their students? So April 2nd, we'll be looking at system level expectations, regular data reporting, ongoing oversight responsibilities. So how are we going to ensure that the data is gathered in a timely manner, and how we set expectations for our staff. Then on May 12th, we'll look at instructional programs, pathways, and outcomes. We'll look at some of our specialized programs and how we measure their growth and their impact on our students. And then lastly, on June 27th, the board may adopt a resolution, which is a commitment to coherent instructional systems and accountability. Questions from the Board of Education?
I have some questions.
Okay.
So I know that when it comes to data, we don't always get the buy-in from everyone. Like not everyone sees it maybe as a useful tool or something that they can utilize. And this sounds like very heavy on like teachers receiving feedback data as to how the students are doing. And there's interventions that are supposed to kind of go with based on how the student, does in these universal screening tools. Where are we at right now? Like, what percentage of our teachers are actually using that data to really follow up with the interventions that are being recommended? If you're to kind of guess.
All of our schools and all of our teachers have access to data, and all of our and we analyze that data through a variety of different assessments, and then we identify and target interventions for our students. And that happens throughout the district at various levels in various places.
Like teachers individually, would you say? Not so much admin or anyone else, that's looking at that data, but
So
teachers themselves, like how often are they using it for that individualized like opportunity to do interventions with students?
Well, at various levels, the teachers, like at the elementary levels, we give multiple diagnostics and benchmark assessments throughout the year. And then it's the responsibility of the principal, the instructional leadership team, and the teachers to use that data to identify potential learning gaps or needs for students in there. And then they can do either the intervention within their own classrooms, and our team does do training and professional development with our teachers on how to do in-class intervention, that tier 1 intervention or tier 2 classroom intervention. They also, all of our elementary schools have a reading intervention teacher. They also have a math intervention teacher. So they do pull-out programs throughout the district. One of our goals in looking at the data and looking at the systems like this is to say, are we creating what we would say fidelity and coherence when it comes to, as we give what would be screening tools to our students, whether they're whether they're diagnostics, whether they're literacy screenings, whether there could be benchmark assessments, to say we know at that point where our students are at a moment in time, and do they need any other supports, and are those supports consistent, right? Are those supports being done the same at one elementary school as they're done at the other elementary school? All of our teachers assess their students on an ongoing basis and make adjustments to their instructional practice based on that. I think the goal of what we're saying is we have knowledge of our students, and we're able to identify and put research-based intervention tools in place for all of our students on a consistent basis. We're doing it now. I mean, yeah, that's great.
Just chime in. Today I was able to some site visits, and I think that Las Palmas is a great example of what they're doing with their data right now. The conversations that are going on around data, the teachers are using it throughout their PLCs on, how to focus on standards. I think, and it's just a constant. So I think that it shows, the success that Las Palmas has been having because of their data-driven instruction.
So would you say that that site in particular has the buy-in of most of their staffs when it comes to like using the data, being able to apply it instructionally across, pretty much campus?
Yes.
I'm not a teacher, so this is kind of like new language for me that I'm trying to like kind of, figure out how is this being used on a regular basis in a classroom, and how you mentioned fidelity a couple of times. So I guess in my head, I'm thinking like, are we not where we're supposed to be? Do we not have the buy-in from staff? Is that a concern? Like, is this not being used with fidelity?
Well, I think
Go ahead.
today we did the walkthroughs, right? And it was wonderful seeing what Roy was doing, but it looks like this is like the gold standard, and it looks like we're taking a deeper dive into it going forward. What?
No, because we have Leo.
Oh, sorry.
The gold standard.
Gold standard, yes.
Standard. I'm telling you, like, I had to clap 3 times for Roy today because he collects the data. He looks at the data, accesses the data, and they deep dive into the data at the school site, and he could show it. We went into the classrooms, and the teachers that we spoke with and the instruction that was going on, they could pinpoint each and every step that they were taking because of the data. And I was like, wow, that's nice. And data should inform instruction, and that's what we were seeing today.
Right. And to answer the question, is it happening exactly the same in every school and every classroom to the level like you would see at Las Palmas? Most likely not. No, I would say no. But again, like we said, the goal here is to make sure all of our school sites have that same opportunity and have that same level of competence when it comes to access to data, the ability to disaggregate their data. And again, it's from an educational perspective, I think it's the most important thing with data. We are bombarded with data. We have a lot, right? There's a lot of data. The most important thing you do is you can take that data, make informed decisions with that data when it comes to your student, and then take action on what that information is giving you. Again, it won't be, no matter how much we align our systems, right? It won't be the same everywhere because our schools are different and there might be different needs. But our goal is making sure all of our kids are getting everything that they need, or everything we can give them to ensure that we're filling in the gaps for them and addressing their learning needs. That's
Yeah, most and I think, being an educator myself, I think the worst thing is, to have these diagnostics tests that, we have to provide for the students and we have to take, and then doing nothing with that information. It's the worst, thing to have to take that time. Sometimes it's a week of, testing.
Yeah.
And then the data just sits there and we're doing nothing with it. There's no growth. There's, nothing that's moving that needle for our student growth in academics.
Even right here, I wrote on a little sticky assignment that, this makes me want to cry. Because it's so lovely, And if this was across the district and we were seeing this everywhere, and I'm not saying it's not everywhere. I haven't been everywhere to know, but this going forward, I can't wait for these other presentations and see where this takes us.
And I think it allows for our staff to also see where the supports are and what we can provide for our teachers on our sites, because everybody is going to have very different needs.
I was gonna say that I know for us, I guess speaking for myself, I would definitely like to learn more about like how to read some of the data, because when it comes to like what programs should we push for, what things, should we go to these conferences, what should we be looking at when we go to different, workshops, so that would be something that I know I'm interested in, kind of learn a little bit more about how we as a governing board can use that data to also like learn more when we do go to these conferences, or just kind of gathering more information from other places to make an informed decision.
And I just wanted to give a shout out to the educational services team too. I think some of the things we saw today, like the especially the peer assessment, and Roy was able to, clearly articulate what he does as a principal at the school site using that. And I've said before that having the tools that provide that type of type of data and the ability to so quickly and easily disaggregate it, like you said, Maria, the data won't sit anymore. And he's done a good job of leading his staff into it. So now they're embracing it also as a school staff. And our other sites are excited to see the path forward. I know Dr. Kearns is doing ongoing training with our administrators and our site teams in order to make sure they have the.
Well, and I think there's nothing more fulfilling than to see,
Mhm.
that color change and to stop seeing that red constant, like red, and nothing's being done, to support our teachers on how to support our students.
And also another thing, they did a good job today showing how they reward the students, because sometimes, who wants to take a test? I don't want to take a test, but, they're getting small rewards and incentives. So when it gives them something to look forward to. And I thought that was great too.
That gold standard, huh?
Gold standard.
Great job. No, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is great.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
All right. Item 11, discussion. Item A through E, revised board policies 0410, 1250, 1340, 1445, and 5125. Dr. Paredes.
Just want to remind you all that I taught Roy everything I knew. Just kidding. He was one of my teachers.
Somebody needs to send Roy the recording tonight.
Yes. I tell him all the time. All right. Good evening, President Robles, members of the board, Dr. Blackmore, cabinet, and community members. This evening, we are bringing to discussion in the board agenda several board policies. So we're going to kind of combine it tonight because we have so many. We're going to go over the ones that are listed A through E under discussion, and we're also going to give you a brief description of the administrative regulations B through E under information that support the Senate Bill 90H, which addresses immigration-related procedures in schools. These items are focused on ensuring we have clear, consistent protections and procedures in place to support the safety, privacy, and well-being of our students. So we're just going to give you a brief explanation how this all fits together and why we're bringing you so many. I do want to start that one's new, but all of the board policies and administration regulations haven't been revised since 2014. So that's why there's so many. And I also do have a partner up here tonight is Fernando Sanchez, our Director of Student Services. Oh, I have to click this, don't I? All right. Senate Bill 98, also known as the SAFE Act, was passed to ensure clear and timely communication when immigration enforcement is present at school campus. It strengthens confidentiality protections for students and staff, limits the sharing of information unless legally authorized, and requires district to align local policies, procedures, and safety plans with guidance from the Attorney General. These requirements are intended to create consistency across district while prioritizing student and safety and staff safety. SB 98 does not stand alone. It builds on prior California laws and policies that are intended to protect students and families from unnecessary or intrusive immigration enforcement on school campuses. The SAFE Act was adopted in response to growing concerns about immigration activity occurring near community spaces, including schools. Its purpose is to reinforce that schools remain safe, supportive environments where students can focus on learning without fear or disruption. As a result of the SB 98, districts now have new legal notifications and operational responsibilities. To ensure we are compliant and prepared, we're bringing forward a set of related board policies and administrative regulations. These updates are intended to align our existing policies with the SAFE Act, clarify procedures for staff, and ensure consistent protection for students and employees. Together, the 4 board policies listed on the slide, actually it's 5, sorry, are consistent protection for students and employees. Together, they establish a clear framework for non-discrimination, campus access, confidentiality, student records, and district response to immigration enforcement.
Good evening again. As we saw in the last 2 presentations, there's a lot going on in this campus. In order for our students to succeed, it's our job to make sure that they are safe, them and their families. So Board Policy 0410 reinforces the district's commitment to equity and non-discrimination in the context of SB 98. This policy is important because it clearly affirms that students and families are protected from discrimination, including discrimination based on immigration status. Board Policy and Administrative Regulations 1250 focuses on campus safety and visitors' access. These updates ensure that staff understand how to monitor and manage visitors consistently. The goal is to maintain a secure learning environment while protecting the rights and safety of students and staff. Board Policy and Administrative Regulations 1340 focuses on access to district records and the confidentiality of sensitive information. In alignment with SB 98, these policies guide staff on when and how information can be shared, ensuring that personally identifiable information is protected and only disclosed when legally authorized. This helps safeguard students' families and staff while maintaining transparency and compliance. Board Policy 5125 reinforces the district's commitment to protecting student privacy. It establishes clear expectations for keeping students' records and personally identifiable information confidential in alignment with the state and federal policy laws. The policy supports SB 98 by ensuring that sensitive information and safeguards are not shared inappropriately, maintaining trust and safety for our students and families once again. The new Board Policy and Administrative Regulations 1445 work together to provide the comprehensive district response to immigration enforcement. The board policy establishes expectations for notification, confidentiality, and overall procedures, while the administrative regulation provides staff with step-by-step guidance on how to implement these procedures consistently across all sites. Together, they ensure that all response is lawful, consistent, and focused on protecting students, families, and staff while maintaining the safe learning environment. Clear board policy provides staff with direction, protects students' privacy, and ensures compliance with state law. We are ahead of the game where our administrators have been trained on our policies as well as our secretaries in our secretaries meeting. These procedures consist of verify identity, name, badge, and official credentials, identify purpose of the visit and request paperwork, judicial warrant signed by a judge. School site administrator will inform the district. We will review the documentation and check with legal at that time, and then assist the school site and notify families of presence on campus. These policies revisions are not just about legal compliance. They are about fostering a culture of trust and safety. By formalizing these protections, Covina-Valley District ensures that every student, regardless of background, has the security they need to succeed academically and socially.
All right, so this timeline highlights the next steps for implementing our SB 98 and the SAFE Act in our district. In March, we'll return to the board to bring the updated policies for approval. Our staff training on the new procedures like you said, we've already started it. We've already trained our admin and our secretaries, but we also want to make sure that all our teachers and other staff are aware and our families. In April, we'll share information with parents and add resources to the parent portal so families are informed and supported once it's approved. And these steps ensure that our procedures are in place, staff are prepared, and our student families feel protected. And thank you for the opportunity. Let me switch to that, to share the information with you. Do we have any questions?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item F, revised board policy 3350, travel expenses. Mr. Correa.
Thank you, President Robles. The most significant changes to this policy is the removal of the fixed July 1 implementation date for the mileage reimbursement rates. Under the current language, if the IRS adjusts the standard mileage rate, which they typically do in January, the district would be unable to immediately align with the updated rate. Instead, we would be held to the prior rate until July 1st. As currently written, the policy causes employees to be reimbursed at a lower rate than what the IRS has determined for a portion of the year. By removing the July 1st date, the policy will automatically align with the current IRS mileage rates whenever it is updated. The remaining revisions are clarifying the nature. We specified who has the authority to approve the travel-related exemptions to eliminate any ambiguity, and we clarified the required documentation for lodging reimbursements to strengthen internal controls and accountability. Overall, these revisions improve consistency and better support employees while maintaining appropriate fiscal oversight. So I do want to clarify that we do have currently employees that have traveled in January of this year. So we are asking the board to consider approving the policy today so that they would not be impacted. Lastly, as we reviewed the administrative regulation as well, we noticed that it's identical to the board policy and it does not provide any additional procedural guidance. Because the administrative regulation are intended to supplement board policy with operational detail, this AR simply doesn't provide any additional guidance or support, so we're recommending the removal of it. So the travel expenses would be governed only by this board policy.
Thank you. Item 12, information. Item A, revised Board of Education meeting schedule 2025-2026. Dr. Blackmore.
Thank you, President Robles. The Board of Education schedule is being revised to address the changes of the special board meeting that was held on February 2nd and to adjust the special education board meeting scheduled for March 19th and the special education board meeting that's being held on March 20th. And then the deletion of the January 22nd, 2026 meeting and the deletion of the March 26th, 2026 meeting. And then also adjusting the April 6th meeting to April 2nd.
Sounds good. Item B through E, administrative regulations. Dr. Paredes covered these in her presentation. Do we have any discussion or questions? Seeing none. Item F, administrative regulation 3311.14, best value procurement for public works. Mr. Correa?
Thank you, President Robles. So the state of California recently enacted AB 361, which now allows K-12 school districts to use the best value procurement method for construction projects over $1 million. Traditionally, school districts have been required to award projects to the lowest responsible bidder. While that approach ensures competitive pricing, it does not always result in the best overall outcome for school districts. Under the best value model, we would be able to consider not only price, but also consider contractor experience, financial stability, safety record, management capability, and past performance on similar projects. This gives the district a more comprehensive tool when evaluating major construction projects. This would allow school districts to reduce the risk. Contractors with stronger experience and demonstrated performance are less likely to generate costly change orders, delays, or disputes. It can improve project quality. The best value procurement prioritizes qualifications, workforce standards, and include requirements for a skilled and trained workforce. Lastly, this authority is optional. Adopting the policy does not require us to use it on every project. It simply adds another tool to our procurement toolbox. we can still use the traditional low bid process when appropriate.
Thank you. Item G, revised administrative regulation 4217.3, layoff rehire. Dr. Dahl?
Thank you, President Robles. This regulation 4217.3, this would be a change. Currently, this applies to classified employees shall be subject to layoff for lack of work or funds. And currently, it is not by seniority. It is by seniority, but it's by the length of time based on your status. And this would change it from length of time based on your status to date of hire, which would be fair for all, so that it's someone who has been working part-time for 30 years would be looked upon as the date of hire versus someone in hours of in-service who might be full-time in a shorter amount.
Thank you. Public comments, item 13, public comments. At this time, any person wishing to speak on any agenda item will be granted 3 minutes. Mr. Wright, do we have any public comments?
We have 4 public comments. And as a courtesy reminder to ensure the public's right to be heard, the board has adopted Board Bylaw 9323B, which states 3 minutes may be allotted to each speaker and a maximum of 20 minutes to each subject matter. Ed Code restricts action or discussion by board members on non-agendized items. Please understand that a non-response does not mean that members have not heard you or will not take your comments into consideration. Thank you. So first up, we have Susanna Yuen. Okay, so we have Yunfei Ma as well, Kelly Roy, and Rudolph Sosa.
But
So
knowing if you do it that way, there's only 3 minutes for all of you to talk. Whereas if we separated them, I mean, then you each would get
you
3
each need
minutes.
3 minutes. Why don't you, why don't you guys, why don't you start?
Why don't you do your 3? I mean, you can come up and stand by him and then you could have your 3 minutes next. I mean, I want to allow you to have as much time as you're allotted.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead.
So good evening, Board of Education, President Mrs. Robles, board members, Interim Superintendent Dr. Blackmore, cabinet members, community members, and guests. My name is Yunfei Ma. Before I start talking of what we came to talk about, I just want to say that I'm grateful that I'm here and able to speak to all of you. I think education is really important.
Can you speak into the microphone?
Sure, yeah.
There you go.
I think education is important, and I appreciate the work that all of you do with these meetings, meeting after meeting, making important decisions. Yeah, so I just respect you a lot in your position. And I hope that you'll give ear to what we present about, which is at the intersection of the school district and the community. So again, my name is Yunfei Ma. I am on the board of the Tur Oak Homeowners Association. We are on South San Antonio Drive, next to Barranca Elementary School in Area 5 of the Board of Trustees. There's a couple of issues surrounding the school property that caused issues for our residents. Number one, and I sent out photos, which I don't know if anyone has them. There is a drainage, yes, there is a drainage pipe which is not functional. I think it's clogged by cement or something. And so when there's rain, the water like flows into our yards. It sort of gets like a couple inches high. In one of the photos, like one of our residents even had sandbags in front of the sliding doors to keep water from getting in. And I see that and I just feel like nervous, right? Like water intrusion is not good. The water also causes issues with mosquitoes because mosquitoes like standing water. And we have concerns that it weakens the structural integrity of our units. And so we're hoping that the board will consider to, maybe just like figure out what's going on with the drainage system and make it so that it flows into the nearby wash as intended. A few other issues. One is that the lights that are used by SO5 and also by the baseball field, they shine very brightly into our division. I think maybe they should be angled differently so they point more towards the ground where they're used. Maybe to attach some like deflectors or something. There are also some issues with trash and noise, but I will now give the podium to Mr. Rudy, who will address these topics in more detail.
Thank you. So next up is Rudy Sosa.
Hello. Thank you for letting me be here. I really appreciate it. The problems he's talking about, especially with the drain, these are all easy fix-it things. I have a paper here and it shows I have an easement going through my yard. That easement does not go through my yard. Actually goes through Susan's yard, but it stops right at the property line going onto the school property. What needs to be done there is just unclog the pipe and put a drain on it, put a 90, go up, and it would take care of all the water problems. When they graded for the soccer field, they graded that whole side onto our properties. And what's happening now, it's going through the little pea holes at the bottom of the brick wall. And if that ever clogs Susan's drain, it'll flood her house, it'll flood my house and all other houses. And again, easiest thing to do, put a new drain in. As far as the lights on the SoFi field and the baseball field, all they really need is a good adjustment. Turn them down instead of out. Right now, they're breaking a law, actually. I believe it's PC code 732 or no, 372, and that's nuisance lighting. You're only supposed to have 10 foot of lighting around your field, whatever it is. And no, these lights, they go into our houses, they go in the houses behind us that are 100 yards away from their lights. So again, basically turn them down so they don't intrude on our house. We can't open our windows at night. This poor man, he has kids. He has an upstairs bedroom, his kids' room, and those lights, they don't go off until 10 at night. So just to turn them down, help us out. The noise, it's a soccer field. What do they do to warm up? They hit the ball as hard as they can. They kick it against a piece of 3/4-inch plywood. From my house, it sounds like cannons going off. It's just horribly loud. What they have a pole and they'll have a piece of plywood on one side that they kick against. If they were to put a piece of plywood on the back side of it, the sound wouldn't travel to everybody's home. That's probably the most expensive fix of all these little things. Another, like he says, the trash, the weeds. Right now, the weeds back there, when I first moved in, and some of us, that was a nice park and it was being watered and with green grass. Now we get weeds, and sometimes the weeds get to be 6 feet tall, higher than our fence. And right now they're probably 3 feet tall. Again, nobody goes back there. There's a trash can back there where there was, and a rolled up carpet. I don't know, you know what's in that rolled up carpet? Me either, but somebody needs to go back there and do maintenance back there. I complained about these lights since they first put them in with, I think that came in the company was Roach or something like that, way back in 2018. It's been a problem ever since. Right now, I'm saying about it because I had people over a couple of weeks ago. I'm 68. My friend. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so the other two, you're good? Okay, thank you very much. No, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, item 14, Superintendent Board Members' Comments. Dr. Blackmore.
Thank you, President Robles, members of the board, cabinet members and guests. I'd like to begin by thanking Anders and Rita for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening and for sharing with us about Manzanita Elementary School, Northview High School, their pride in their schools, their willingness to represent their fellow students, remind us why we do this important work. Thank you for being outstanding ambassadors for their school communities. Powerful messages were delivered tonight by both students. I'd like to also thank the staff of Merlin Elementary School, Las Palmas Middle School, and Grove Center Elementary School for hosting an instructional walk today for President Robles, Vice President Caceres, and myself. We appreciated the opportunity to see teaching and learning in action, and we thank the staff for their continued dedication to our students. I'd also like to congratulate our Employees of the Month for their dedication, professionalism, and commitment to our students. They embody the very best of Covina-Valley Unified. They make a meaningful difference in the lives of students and families every single day, and we're grateful for their service. I want to extend a special thank you to Mitchell Chatfield for his incredible work supporting our adoptive family efforts. Mitchell consistently gives generously of his time, energy, and resources to serve others. His compassion and commitment reflect the very best of Covina-Valley community, and his efforts ensure that families in need feel supported and cared for. I'd also like to congratulate our student board member, Lizette Donato, for being recognized by the City of West Covina for her leadership on the mock trial team. Lizette represents South Hills with excellence, integrity, and professionalism. Very proud of her and her accomplishments. Leslie Nicholas recently had her interview for Princeton University, so go Ivy. There, Leslie. And Julianne is up representing Northview High School and CIF soccer this evening, so that's why she's not here tonight. But in the last several weeks, our students have raised their voices, exercised their rights, and participated in civil discourse. Times like these challenge us to be our very best selves as adults and educators. They remind us of our responsibility to keep our students safe while also providing an outstanding education, one that includes opportunities for students to share their ideas, express their perspectives, and engage thoughtfully in the world around them. Our role is to guide, support, and ensure that student voice is honored in ways that prioritize their safety, their learning, and mutual respect. And lastly, I'd like to wish all of our winter athletes the very best as they compete in CF competition. Their hard work, discipline, and teamwork have brought them to this great moment, and we are proud of them. You represent Covina-Valley with pride. We are cheering you on. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Caceres.
Good evening. Just want to thank Merwin or Grove Center in Las Palmas for today's site visit. We saw great things today. Las Palmas is doing amazing. It's always great to go back to Grove Center and visit Mrs. Rapa, who I used to volunteer in her class. We also were able to attend 2 of our advisory dual language committee meetings for Mandarin and or Spanish. So I want to thank everybody who comes together, who spreads their not just their knowledge of the language, but also their ideas. What else is coming up? Yesterday we were at a SPED town hall. There's 2 things that are coming up there. The SELPA prom. So any parents who are interested in becoming part of the planning committee, there's a meeting March 3rd, and then there's also a navigating social success parent meeting on April 16th, and there's going to be more information available coming soon, right, Dr. Paredes? Yes? What else? Yesterday, we were able to be at a Covina soccer game for a little bit as well. So congratulate them for a great season. And we have our Northview Wrestling coming up this weekend. So I'm excited about that. I'll be able to attend on Saturday. And just want to give a shout out to Marcy Cueva, who I've seen come up, and I've seen her dedication to the sport. So I'm excited to see her on Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Wright.
No comment tonight.
Dr. Cruz.
Good evening. I had the opportunity to visit the South Hills track schools, Belloman, Barranca, Mesa, Cerro Vista, and South Hills 2 weeks ago, maybe, I think. And it was just nice to kind of just see some of the great things that are happening on each side. I didn't even know South Hills had an amazing weight room. You guys were keeping that. But yeah, it was amazing to kind of see that. And I was kind of also thinking, for someone that does weightlifting, I was like, we need to get more girls in the weight room. Right?
I've been in there.
It's kind of intimidating with all those boys. So we need to get more girls weightlifting. So yeah, and then, I was amazed at the initiative that our principal at Cerro Vista is doing in creating a student store to help, with initiatives in getting students, just having something for them to look forward to in getting an incentive for their behavior and different things that, they're going to try to promote. So that was kind of cool. And just all the elementary schools, I always just love to. I'm not a teacher, so I kind of go in there with a different lens. Sometimes I wish I kind of understood a little bit more about the curriculum and stuff like that. But I'm always delighted to kind of just see the culture that they're really establishing at all of our sites and the positive energy every time I'm there.
Thank you, Ms. Malucci.
Thank you. Good evening. Just to make it real quick, I just want to thank Anders and Rita for coming and sharing. It was a great poem that Anders read to us this evening. Just kind of reminds us, and we think of all the the good things that are different things that are being taught on our campuses. I'd like to thank the community members for coming and expressing their concerns tonight. Congratulations to all our employees of the month, to Mitchell for all their that they're doing for our community and for our schools. And I think that's about it.
Thank you. Ms. Caceres, I think, took all of my comments because we've been hanging out a lot together. The only other things I did, I had a wonderful time at the SPED Sports Festival that was held here on campus. I have to thank all of the staff who was here. The students had such a wonderful time. I also visited Fair Valley where we did a paint night, which was so fun to get together with families and staff members. And besides that, I just hung out with you. That is it. Item C, Student Board Members Report. Ms. Donato, our representative from South Hills High School.
Good evening, Board President Robles, my fellow board members, Interim Superintendent Dr. Blackmore, cabinet members, guests, and community members. I would first like to acknowledge our pledge readers, and Anders Engelbretson and Rita Vitar. Thank you for highlighting Black History Month in your respective schools of Manzanita and Northview. It is students like these that strengthen our district community. Congratulations to all of our employees of the month, Alfredo Hernandez, Denisha Smith, Carrie Mock, Alexandria Vega, and Marissa Baker. Their dedication and contributions are what make our district so special. I want to wish all of our winter sports teams the best of luck as they compete in the first rounds of CIF and represent our district. South Hills High School recently celebrated our annual Winter Formal, which was a great success. On February 26th, we will be hosting Light Up the Night, an evening of community and nostalgia that showcases our incredible school under thousands of lights. I hope you all can join us. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge the recent student walkouts across our district. I commend our students for using their voices in a way that reflects civic engagement and a deep care for their peers and community. Peacefully advocating for what they believe in takes courage, and it shows that our students are not only learners in the classroom, but active participants in our democracy. Our district is made stronger by the diversity of our students, families, and staff. We all come from different backgrounds, cultures, and experiences, and that diversity is something we should continue to uplift and protect. In moments like these, when some of our students and families may be experiencing fear or uncertainty, it is especially important that we lean into unity. Let us continue working together to ensure every student feels safe, valued, and supported at our schools. Happy early Valentine's to everyone, and that is all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Item 15, consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Ms. Donato, is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Wright, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles,
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Action items, item 16. Item A, California School Employees Association, Covina-Valley Chapter 49, Collective Bargaining Unit, proposal for successor negotiations for the 2025 through 2028. Recommendation is made that the revised California School Employees Association, Covina-Valley Chapter 49 Collective Bargaining Unit proposal for successor negotiations for 2025 through 2028 be approved. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Ms. Malucci, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Wright, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles, Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Item B, resolution number 25-26-09, approving ratification of purchase orders related to zero-emission school bus and infrastructure incentive project. Recommendation is made that the resolution 25-26-09, approving ratification of purchase orders related to zero-emission school bus and infrastructure incentive project be approved. Do we have a motion to approve?
So move.
Mr. Wright, is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Malucci, any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Item C, approval of Southern California Edison Charge Ready Transport Program Participation Agreement. Recommendation is made that the Board of Education approve the SCE Charge Ready Transport Program Participation Agreement and authorize the delegation of authority to the Chief Business Officer and/or his designee to execute the agreement. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Ms. Malucci, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Wright, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Item D, approval of purchase of turf field lighting through a Sourcewell contract from Musco Sports Lighting LLC for Northview High School. Recommendation is made that the purchase of sports lighting through the Sourcewell Cooperative Contract from Musco Corporation, DBA Musco Sports Lighting LLC for Northview High School turf field be approved. Do we have a motion to approve?
So move.
Mr. Wright, is there a second?
I'll second.
Oh, Ms. Caceres, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles,
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Item E, resolution number 25-26-10, approving the use of best value contracting method and adopting procedures and guidelines for public works pursuant to Public Contract Code Section 20119. Recommendation is made that resolution number 25-26-10 approve the use of best value contract method and adopting procedures and guidelines for public works pursuant to Public Contract Code Section 20119 be approved. Do we have a motion to approve?
So move.
Mr. Wright, is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Caceres, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles,
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Item F, resolution number 25-26-11, authorizing the use of district funds to provide parental accompaniment and supervision for elementary students' field experiences. Recommendation is made that the resolution authorizing the use of district funds to provide parental accompaniment and supervision for 2 Manzanita Elementary students' field trip experience be approved. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Ms. Malucci, is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Caceres, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Item G, resolution number 25-26-12, authorizing the ratifying procurement of Nutanix virtual server infrastructure and related services with NIC Partners Incorporated. Recommendation is made that resolution number 25-26-12 be adopted, authorizing and ratifying the district's procurement of Nutanix virtual server infrastructure and related services from NIC Partners Incorporated be approved. Do we have a motion to approve?
So move.
Mr. Wright, is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Caceres, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Item H, revised board policy 3350, travel expenses. Recommendation is made that revised board policy 3350, travel expenses be approved. Do we have a motion to approve?
So move.
Mr. Wright, is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Caceres, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Item I, California School Board Association 2025 Delegate Assembly Election. Oh, 26. 2026, says 2020, okay. 2026, the official ballot for the election of candidates to the 2026 Delegate Assembly of California School Boards Association should be cast at this time. There are 2 vacancies. Vote for no more than 2 candidates. Delegates will serve 2-year terms beginning April 1st, 2026 through March 31st, 2028. The candidates are Roberta Pullman and Maria Caceres. Or we have a provision for a write-in candidate. Any discussion on the candidate choice? Okay. Do we have a motion to approve casting the board's vote for Roberta Pullman and Maria Caceres as delegates on the CSBA ballot for the April 1st, 2026 through March 31st, 2028 term? So I move.
I second.
Is there
I'll third.
Rachel Robles? Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, Ms. Donato, awesome.
Sweet.
Any discussion?
Rachel,
Oh.
you motioned?
Oh, I
Okay.
did,
Okay.
very loudly.
I just want to make sure.
Let's be clear, I motioned.
Okay.
I might get a kick under the table, but that's okay. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yeah.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Maybe.
Yes. Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you for your confidence.
Get us a discount on some of those things.
Be working hard, CSBA.
Item 17, new items. Board members and the superintendent may share new items. Anything to share, Dr. Blackmore?
Not at this time.
Anything to share, Ms. Donato?
Not at this time.
Ms. Caceres?
No.
Mr. Wright?
Not today.
Ms. Cruz?
No. Just a man of few words today, huh?
Right? Ms. Malucci?
No.
No, okay. Item 18, closed session. There is no additional closed session needed.
All right.
Right? No? All right. All right. Go to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn at 8:55 PM?
So move.
Oh, Mr. Wright, is there a second?
A second.
Ms. Malucci, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Lizette Donato,
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Talk about.
Yes.
Maria Cruz,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Oh, motion carried unanimously. Our next regular board meeting will be held on Thursday, March 12th at 6 PM for closed session and 7 PM for open session at the Haynes Professional Development Center. Everyone have a good night. Thank you.